Here's an assignment for you at your head model, and I've also uploaded the last recorded session, so it is there. Now the assignment that is at Edmodo there is entitled. It will start you off in this for the second part of the syllabus, which is the internal organizational, I think, the environment. So it's just the activity is called pre-class assignment. So you prepare yourself for the next class next week by doing that assignment. So going further, we'll be doing another pre-class assignment, and then I'll be continuing to send you the videos, but I just want to ensure that we're working in tangent with the syllabus itself, like what I do with the HSB. All right. So after class, you can look at it and stuff. You'll get your post. You'll be getting post questions based on the classes. So I want to ensure that whatever have been discussed and read and seen, you make use of the knowledge. So therefore, you'll be getting post class assessment as well. All right, and the regular assignment. All right. All right. So the objective in the second, in the latter part of this section of the syllabus, refers to identifying the stakeholders involved in business activities. Now, do you know who's a stakeholder? You know who's a stakeholder?
Who have shares
No. The supplier don't have no share in the business, you know.
huh?
The supplier don't have no share in the business, you know. There, no, try again. All right, look at the listed stakeholders and tell me what you think it means.
You mean what the internal stakeholder?
Yeah, on both of them, both classification. You have internal and you have external.
So what you want me to do? Tell you who is a
Yeah, because a shareholder is a stakeholder, so they are different.
So on the list there are stakeholders.
Yeah, they're all stakeholders. So I needed to write them. All right, I'm going to type the definition, and then we'll see for the definition. It makes sense in the thing as well. So while you write that down, I'll be typing this. So they can ask you to list 4 stakeholders of a business.
Power in this page is brought to you by TV's Auto Supplies Limited, 103 Maxfield Avenue, Kingston 13.
Hey, boys and girls, guess what? What? We have a program just for you. Just for us? Yes, just for you. It's Eve Natural right here on SCFM 91.1, 91.3, and 91.5. Your education and wellness station. So join us every Sabbath morning at 8 a.m. for your kids program, Eve Natural. Yeah!
How much do you know about the herbs around you? Join us for Healing Herbs every Monday morning at 8:30 during First Light. Learn more about what's good to be in your cup or what works better on your skin during Healing Herbs. Aired right here during First Light, Mondays at 8:30 a.m. on NCUFM, your education and wellness station. This is Pirate Cage, everybody, and you are listening to NCUFM. Keep it locked right here.
I don't have to pack my bag.
Finish writing it down? Hmm?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, so any group of. Alright, so what this definition is saying, I took it straight from the internet, so we're going to dissect it now. So make sure I have a proper understanding of what it is saying. It says that definition of a stakeholder. A stakeholder is any group of persons. So any group of persons. So you can say suppliers as one group, society, government, creditors, shareholders, customers, owners, managers, and employees. These are various groups of persons who have a vital interest in this company. Good. Any organization as well, any social group as well, or society at large that has a stake in the business. But the key word as we go down further is going to be who the business affects and who affects the business, right? The stakeholders can be internal or external to the business. As you can see, the internal stakeholders of the business are the employees. They benefit from the business, so they have an interest in the business. Their managers also benefit from the business, so they have an interest in the business. And of course, obviously, the owners, that's why they're in business, the benefit, right? So the stakeholders on this side benefits how? How these three benefits? What's the common denominator for these three stakeholders right here?
They have a common interest.
Yeah, what's the common interest?
They benefited from it in terms of the owner
Mm-hmm.
own
Because of?
the owner gain profits from
Mm-hmm.
their manager and employees to get salary and so
Yeah, so they benefit, all three of them benefit financially, right?
yeah.
How does the supplier benefit from the business as well?
Yes, from selling, supplying goods and service, and they get from sales.
Good. How does society benefit from the company?
Yeah, the production, I think,
This,
whatever the company produce,
mhm.
and they have an interest, whatever, and they consume or use it.
Okay, so it could be in tangent with customers then.
Yeah.
How does the government benefit from the company?
Um, tax,
Tax. Okay. All right. What about creditors?
they it's similar. They get money because
Mm,
they produce, they provide supplies to the company also.
okay. Okay. And the creditors could be those persons who offer the companies what loans.
Yes.
All right. So always remember that they could offer the companies loans, and so they benefit from the company, wherein they get interest on the loans and therefore get a profit. So they also benefit financially. The company also benefits from the creditors as well, because without the creditors, maybe they couldn't have any capital to start up the business, right?
Yeah.
Yes, okay. And remember, so also the company benefit from government as well. So if you look at as you can see, the lines as a double arrow, it simply means that both shareholders and the company benefits. They have a, but you have a, let me tell you, they have a mutual relationship, right? Mutual business relationship. So the company benefit from government because government can put in legislation that can protect the company. Make sense? And government sometimes get involved in rivalry between companies as well. Follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Good. What about shareholders? What is their benefit? What's their benefit?
Shares.
Okay then. All right. So they profit from it. The shareholders are like investors in the business.
Yeah.
All right. Good. So you have an idea now what we mean by shareholders and so forth. So it's basically those who are affected by the business or those who affect the business, and those basically who benefits from the business or who the business benefits from. All right, in the simplest form. All right, so we're going to clear this now. Okay, let's move on. All right, here's an activity. All right, you're going to have to write down the thing because you need to have access to it. Just write down the two passages right here.
All-night study does not guarantee an automatic A. In fact, they've been linked to impaired cognitive performance and greater sensitivity to stress. In those days leading up to a big exam, aim to get those 7 to 9 hours a night so sleep deprivation doesn't undo all the hard work you've put in. The preceding study tip was brought to you by NCUFM, your education and wellness station. The following program is produced by the Jamaica Information Service and is aired in time allotted for government broadcast. This is NCU 91.1, 91.3, and 91.5.
Calling farmers. A
5-minute look at activities and developments in the agriculture sector.
Damaged farm roads to be surveyed and repaired. Stay with us to find out more and later. Or Jamaican saying of the day. I'm Andrew James Sawyer. Good morning and thanks for joining us. Know someone here or in the diaspora who has made significant contributions to the social, economic, cultural, or political development of Jamaica? Nominate them for the Prime Minister's Jamaica 55 Commemorative Medal of Appreciation. Nomination forms available at jis.gov.jm or from the Protocol Department of the Office of the Prime Minister OPM. Send completed forms to the Chancery of the Orders of the Societies of Honor OPM, 1 Devon Road, Kingston, Penn. Nominations close February 16. The Ministry of Industry, Commerce, Agriculture and Fisheries is to undertake a comprehensive survey of all damaged farm roads. The survey will be geared at identifying farm roads most in need of repair and which meet a certain criteria. Among the criteria, the number of farmers served by the damaged road, as well as the volume of produce that will be transported along the roadway.
The road officers who would be very intimate with all the farm roads in his or her extension area would compile a list. They would physically go on the road, look what needs to be done, do estimates, etc. And alongside with that, they would have an indication of the number of farmers served by the various roads and the volume of produce in the area where the road is situated. And in having that list in consultation with the RADA officers, with members of parliament, that is how we select the roads.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Industry, Commerce, Agriculture and Fisheries, Donovan Stanberry. Some farm roads will require extensive work, including new drains and significant engineering. It is expected that when the roads are rehabilitated, they will last up to 10 years.
It is our expectation that for the next 4 to 5 years on and beyond, the farmer program will be a permanent fixture in the ministry's budget.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Industry, Commerce, Agriculture and Fisheries, Donovan Stanberry. And on our Calling Farmers Notice board this morning, the Scientific Research Council will be hosting a lotion-making workshop on February 22, where you will learn how to start your business or grow an existing one and create your very own lotions and creams through interactive and hands-on lab sessions. For further information, call 927-177-124 or 977-2192. The Independent Jamaica Council for Human Rights will be hosting a Justice Fair on Saturday, February 3, on the grounds of the St. Philip's Anglican Church along Maxfield Avenue, Secondary, 6:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. All are invited for free legal advice and consultation. And our rated feature Donawise, which normally airs on Fridays, is moving to Wednesdays. Get the same smart financial tips now on a Wednesday on your favorite radio station. Send your announcement to radio at jis.gov.jm.
When I finish, let me know, right? Finish writing.
Apply for special early retirement and reap the benefits, including 2 weeks' salary for every year you've worked, up to a maximum of 1 year's salary, and payment for vacation leave not taken. Speak with your HR department, call 778-5581, or see the press for details. The government's special early retirement program. Application deadline is February 16, so apply today. And now for our Jamaican saying of the day. Smart of yourself, smart of yourself. Translation, make room. Do you know what this means? Today's Jamaican saying is used when one person wants to pass another, but the space is open. This chorus is regularly heard in minibuses and taxis. For example, small of yourself so she can come in, which means make room for her to come in. Be sure to listen to Calling Farmers for more Jamaican sayings and proverbs. That's it for today's program. I'm Anjuli Jane Sawyers with studio engineer Andre Sawyers, inviting you to join us again next time for another edition of Calling Farmers.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service. Money me a look away your neck. Money me a look away your neck.
Equal footing for everybody. That's what Finance Minister Aldershot says he wants to achieve from this round of wage negotiations with public sector workers. The government is looking to wrap up talks with the various groups in the coming weeks, with proposals also being thrown into the mix on how to go about a future negotiation. On today's program, Wage Talks. I'm Anthony Morgan. Stay tuned. No man, I want one today. I'm not calling nobody. No, I'm not working like this. Let me out there, no man. Let's hear the fancy code. How can I? This will go on in here. You just come here to get the check up, you know? Let's just go home with no influenza. It's just one nurse in here work. It's at them account after this wage negotiation over with government. Maxine? Maxine Lindsay? Send me your nurse. Send me here. I'm coming. 2 hours? How many shots I get called? Nurse. I didn't go where you just met me this I get through?
No, Miss Lindsay. You forget to set up a little clinic this. The other 2 nurses are at the basic school. They're doing some work with the children, you know, making sure they're fully immunized and so on. But me hear you out here talking about sick out. It's nothing like that, man. And the finance minister says salary negotiations are done soon. So the union have advised me soon. Until then, how you feeling? When? You sure? When? On the news. You're deadline at the beginning.
We'll be for the next few weeks. We want to close this episode of negotiations with the public sector. Because life has to go on, work has to be done, people need to be more productive. We can't spend too much time haggling over wages.
Him says something to, you know, about government to look at some creative alternatives and looking how the negotiating period can be extended up from 2 years. Because these current talks are ready to salary for the period with step.
So we have to put on the table that we need to have a negotiating period of 3 or 4 years. And then within that context, you put together an acceptable program. But we are confident that we are close to reaching a mutually acceptable agreement.
Well, good. But then there is a bugger union man.
That's concerning the news, so the state minister of the finance ministry, Roger Spencer, proposing a one-wide team. But that would have to be at least a family negotiation.
What if we were to say one of these groups out of the body of workers, this room would like to focus on this one group? The question is, could there be an acceptable increase to this one?
I think that's a no. Anyways, I mean, you want to come from fire. They don't fish out, sugar. Now someone here or in the diaspora who's made significant contributions to the social, economic, cultural, or political development of Jamaica, nominate them for the Prime Minister's Jamaica 55 for members of the Association. Nomination forms available at JIS.com.pm or from the Political Department of the Office of the Prime Minister OPM. Send completed forms to the Chancery of the Order of the Societies of Honor OPM, 1 Devon Road, Kingston, 10. Nominations close February 16th. Parents, how do you think your children feel when they're
Israel? I don't think so. I think it's Rome. 7 Hills. No, sure.
It has been proven that
I don't think of Italy. I think of Israel though.
the aggression your children are displaying in school. The National Parenting Support Commission is imploring you.
Okay, sir.
Finish? Okay. Alright, so here is the activity now. Here's the table to me to fill out.
Commission in collaboration with Ministry of Education, Youth and Information for food safety and security in schools.
So you're gonna tell me what name I should write here. Oh my. Yeah, you're gonna tell me what name I should write here.
and 91.5.
What name you should write there?
Yes, the table type of stakeholder and name of the stakeholder.
Okay, so the owner is one type of the stakeholder.
Today is Friday.
Yeah.
And
Remember
what
that?
type he is?
No, name of the stakeholder. Read the
Okay,
tutor.
Sandra is the stakeholder.
Who?
Sandra.
Sandra. Okay,
In a few Old Testament texts comes not from a
that's
single
correct.
word but from a phrase, Asher al Bait, the one who is
And who's the employee?
over a house. For example, poem can be translated, when they drew near to the steward of Joseph's house, they talked with him at the door of the house. If one
Her younger
family that resides in the house is
younger cousin, Althea.
then
Althea,
what is
that's
more
correct.
valuable to a person than his or her own home? Hence, a steward is someone being entrusted with something very valuable that, nevertheless,
No, and who's a
not belongs
customer?
to him or her. In many ways, that makes the responsibility even greater than it would be if the steward were in charge of his or her
Consumer
possessions.
Mm-hmm.
This same idea
is the neighborhood,
well,
Neighborhood?
Testament takes Old
the
Testament
people in the neighborhood.
its
No.
first century ideas, concepts, and words,
Philip,
Philip?
and in large
yeah.
Philip is not the consumer. Read it again.
words, worship, are derived from oikos and oikia, house. The oikonomos is one who keeps the house, the steward or manager. Oikonomia is the abstract noun management of the house, the meaning of which is often much broader. Alright? So if you are a domestic helper, you are in charge of the house. You are a steward. If you are the manager of the company, you are in charge of the company. You are a manager. And you are managing the
Consumer, I think it's Tommy
Tommy, why you say it's Tommy?
you have a responsibility
because he is gonna buy from her.
Exactly.
profitable and to be the best
For his shop.
customer service.
Yeah.
Mm.
To ensure that
And the community know.
develops goodwill
Community member that is.
in the marketplace. You are doing it as though it were your own company.
Well, the neighbors.
This is the definition of
What is the name of the community member?
two separate systems are one. And that is one reason why
Philip.
Philip.
to make
Okay.
their workers feel a part of
Alright.
some go as
Now, so let's look at them now individually.
their workers that they will feel that they are
Now, of course, you know that Sandra is the clear owner of the business.
to make the company
The last sentence gave her away quite easily. Sandra's concerned about her profits. So she benefits from the business by getting a profit. The employee was concerned about how many money, how much should she be paid by her cousin, Althea. I guess she does not offer free service. So Althea is employee. Tommy now, he owns a corner shop, but he benefits from the chicken business because he's able to, because she now is a supplier to Tommy, right? Good. And the community also benefits from the business as well. Or it can be affected, I should say, by the business because Philip was more concerned about the environment, right?
Yes.
Good. So, okay. All right. Very good. Not bad. Right. You wrote all the table and the answers.
Okay, one moment.
Mm-hmm.
Jamaica, land we love. In Jesus' name, Amen.
That was your Sabbath school nugget with
Hmm?
Pastor Robert Wright. This is NCU 91.1.3
Apply today to become a member of the winning team at Northern Caribbean University. Visit apply.nsc.edu.jm or call 963-7157. Discover your destiny. NCU can help. The time by NCU is 6 o'clock.
NCUFM now presents Your Daily Walk. Today's reading comes from the book You Belong to Jesus, Growing Up Healthy and Happy by Noemi Hill Galbraith. Today's reading is titled, Let's Go to the Country. Your Bible says, how great is the Lord, how deserving of praise. Psalm 8, verse 1. Hooray! Today we're having a picnic.
Okay.
I like it when we
Okay.
all go out together. All right, kids. Your father is already putting what we need in the car. Let's pray and ask Jesus to be with us on this wonderful trip. Dad,
Alright, so now we're going to discuss the role of the stakeholders involved in business activities. So, can you remind me of some of the stakeholders again, please?
The names of this, Sandra, are not bit
No, man. The different stakeholders that was listed in the chart.
employees,
Employees. Go ahead, continue.
managers,
Mm-hmm.
managers, and owners. This is the internal stakeholder.
Mm-hmm. And there was.
And then the external is society, government,
Mm-hmm.
creditors, shareholders, and customers.
All right. Okay. Now, the role we have basically discussed it a bit earlier in the lesson. So we're going to look at it some more. Now, the role of the employers, investors, and manager, as you can see, they're in the same classification. Now, these stakeholders hope to achieve great profits, secure productivity. In other words, they have to ensure that the resources they manage the resources efficiently in terms of employees, how they manage the employees, how they manage the use of the raw materials, how they manage the use of the equipment through planning, control, and other functions in the business. So productivity would include, of course, human resource. Now, if you don't pay your employees properly, they are going to strike. They are going to apply for sick leave. And once you short staff, you know it's a problem that don't it?
Yeah.
Raw materials, you have to ensure that you guide the staff how to use the raw materials because let's say you use oils in your business to massage the clients but the oils are expensive. So those who are employed to the business to use these products, they can use it and use half a bottle on one person when they can use quarter bottle. So you have to manage the resources as well. True?
Yeah.
And equipment, the machines that they might have, the beds that are there for them to lie on. They have to politely speak to their clients to ensure that the beds are used properly, that they're not easily destroyed, etc. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, the employers, what we say role, we don't mean position now, the status. Now they're expected to demand and to have the best brand. So they have to provide good services of a high quality at a reasonable price with the necessary after sales service. All right. So they must be in demand and they must have the best brand because if you provide goods and services of high quality, obviously they're going to be in demand, don't it? And
Yes.
if your price is right, you're going to be in demand, don't it? All right.
Yeah.
Good. Now they must also hire experts You can't hire a person who's not qualified to give the best service or to make the best product. You must hire the experts. Um, you must have the best paid offer. You can't hire experts and no one pay them properly, right?
Mm.
So you must be fair in the payment. Great working conditions. You have some people, the working condition is so poor and they expect the employee to perform. You must make the condition of your workplace suitable for performance from your employees. Now, when we say work conditions, we're not referring to just the building itself, but even how you communicate with your employees. You understand?
Healthy environment,
Exactly. All right. So it just like what we read.
friendly.
Good. And same as what we read in the lesson earlier, that you can't be a striker. You get aggressive. A employee make a mistake, you're fired. No, 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 no. Fine, you have to be hospitable, true?
Yes, definitely. I don't do that.
Good, all right.
I have a calm approach to the situation.
Okay, good. So I have some work for you then.
Yes.
I may take that for the, so don't just tell me yes in vain.
Mhm.
All right. Now, so to act ethically and also to be socially responsible. All right. So
Yes.
these are what is expected of these stakeholders. So the manager, of course, would affect everything. So does the investor, and so is the employer. All right. So we're gonna look at another stakeholder. Now the employees now, of course, it's obvious they must follow their job description, don't it?
Yes. So the employers have the rights and the employees also have their rights.
Have a role.
Responsibility.
Exactly, exactly. The employees must manage the use of the resources well, of course, because they are the ones directly using them. True.
Yes.
They must also secure productivity, which is true. They must use the resources that is given to their care. This, as I told you before, everybody's a steward, right?
Yes.
So you see, the employees has direct management over the resources that you give them. So, for instance, that CDP were to hire group manage group managers who stay in the class and supervise the class, but we give them a laptop to do so. They have to ensure that they manage the use of the resource very well. They don't use it for their personal use. They use it to carry out their job description. So you have to manage the use of the resource well and as well to secure productivity. So they have to properly make record of the day's events and report it to the managers above them, etc. So you understand? And they also must practice good ethics and communicate appropriately. So everybody is expected to practice good ethics and communicate appropriately. True?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
One more. So let me write this. I'm writing it.
Okay. All
No.
right. Okay.
Or if you're not sending it to me.
Yeah, man, I'm going to upload it as well, like I did the last one. I'm matter of fact, as I finish, I'm going to upload it.
Okay.
But you can still write it and make your notes. So you know, for, you know.
What that professor had done was to bury the idea deep into his mental graveyard. He let his mind grow negative thoughts. He visualized the tremendous work and sacrifices that was being brought. He saw all sorts of reasons why the project would fail. Ideas are important, you see. Make no mistake about it. We must have ideas to create and improve anything. Success bypasses the man who lacks ideas. But you must act on your idea for
All right.
expansion. Whether it is an
Okay.
idea for getting more business or expanding your business, simplifying the work procedures, starting a new business, or
So
getting
we have the
great success
customers.
in any area,
No, the customers have a role as well, and a very important role. Provide feedback on product quality and design through compliance and suggestions. That is why you see, I always ask you guys to give us a feedback about the classes, right?
Yeah.
Because that feedback that you provide us with, it helps you as well as it helps the business.
Yeah.
Because true.
Yes, even with the reviews, they are good reviews, they are bad reviews, but you
Hmm.
cannot, okay, you get a bad review, but you should use that to help you change things.
Exactly.
If
Exactly.
you think that is so, whatever the consumer or the customer or client is saying.
Hmm. Very good. So feedback is important, and
Yeah,
the- you must demand it from your customers. Some
I
people,
demand it.
yeah, you must demand it because some persons don't like to tell you, but you need to know because you don't want to be offering them the service and they are not comfortable. You understand?
Or they don't come back
Or they don't come
because
back.
they're not comfortable, and then it's the same with the others.
Exactly.
That can help you to change
Change.
the
Ah,
direction.
good. All right. Now we say use the product or the service provided in a way that it was intended to use as well. So customers need to do that. Because for instance, um, with your business now, when the person comes to you for initial treatment, you might have follow-up advices for them. Maybe their diet, maybe aerobic exercise that they can do to maintain the state that you have put them in after the massage. They must be able to provide. They must make you use it as intended. As it relates to even see the institution now, we give you the students pre-class assignment, and you have to do it as intended, how it was intended to be used, right?
Hmm.
So that you can be prepared for the class when the teacher is ready to roll out her lesson for the day. So his lesson for the day, vice versa. So that is very important role of the customer as well. Now they must contribute to research by participating in surveys and what product. Good.
Yeah.
So the customer itself has a responsibility. Mark you, if you were to brainstorm all of this, you could bring it up. So don't try to memorize, but more try to think about the role of the customers. All right.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let's proceed. Come up. Yeah. Come up. All right. So just remember now, even though you make record of the notes, you must also try to brainstorm it because you put it in your own words. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right. Now we have the government. The government, he has a hefty role to play as well. Now, regulations that force the business to consider the best interests of the other stakeholders, especially the customers. You have some businesses that want to put high interest rates on their loans. The government step in and say, no, 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 that cannot work, right?
Yes.
Good. And then you have some customers. So the government step in the other day, rate the suppliers of beverages. They have been selling beverages with loaded with sugar in it. And so the government stepped in and said, no, 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 they must desist in doing that because it's not good for the health of the consumer, right?
Yes.
So government have stepped in right there. Use the product and service provided in the way that it's intended to use. So the government must do that too. That's a part of the government's role as well. No, that's no, no, that is wrong. That is wrong. I made a mistake there. All right. Now, assistance to business in the forms of loans, training, research, and financial aid and subsidies. The government have that responsibility as well. So you as a business owner can look towards the government for loans, training, research, and financial aid and subsidies. That's why some government subsidize some schools.
Yes, with books and stuff.
Exactly. The government also protects customers as well through laws and agencies. And for example, in Jamaica, we have the OUR, right?
Yeah,
They
yeah.
that's the government agency that protects customers and protection in all other stakeholders as well. To all other stakeholders, I should say. All right, and information to all stakeholders. So don't write this part of it. This is for the customer. All right, this one is wrong.
Yes, okay, I already have that
Okay.
in the customer role.
All right.
That you're going to each person
You
Oh,
turn it
oh, you never finished? Sorry.
struggling with the night,
on.
those who can't
Mm-hmm.
start the
Uh,
Yeah.
business, those who want to start a business, those who think things can be better, let them remember that the God who did mighty works of the past gives them the strength. Let them grab hold of the chances of that and go forth. You have helped those disciples and others in the past. Help us now in this age. In Jesus' name. This is Pastor Enroy Chief Prayer, and this has been your program, A Word from Heaven. Take life by the neck. Stand up. You were born for big things. Go forward. God will go with you. How you're working. You see him now. How you're been broken. But he's the God.
You finished now? Finish writing now, Marie?
just a moment.
Mm-hmm.
I'm almost done.
Okay.
Thank you for joining us for today's edition of Word from Heaven, a presentation of the East Jamaica Conference of Seventh day Adventists. Join us again next week at the same time for Word from Heaven, right here on NCU FM
Okay.
91.1,
All right. Let's
94.3,
continue.
and 1.5. Your education and wellness station.
All right. So here's a business,
Good
right?
morning to you and welcome. This is the
Now
place where you
we're now
learn
looking at the subtopic.
Friday we say
So
good
we have
morning
just
or
looked at the
welcome.
stakeholders and their
Today
role.
we go together until
So now we are
9
going to
o'clock.
look at the
Today's topic of the
responsibilities
day
of a business. Ready?
coming up at 6:30 as usual.
Mm-hmm.
At
Mm.
6:45 the
So we
word
look at the
for
responsibility
today.
of the business. Now. Can you
7 o'clock
identify
the
which
gospel
which business
session,
place this
and
is?
until 7:30
Sorry.
Yeah, man.
session with our teacher Axel
Res-
Johnson.
um,
And so
Kentucky.
that's
I
the
mean,
presentation
barbecue.
every
Lord
Wednesday,
of
5
mercy, the
a.m.
people
right
will
here
hear you
on
and see
Seventh
you.
Day
They will
Adventist.
not even
Good
accept you
morning
in
to
them
you
shop.
again, and
Well, it wouldn't bother me because when I go really go
Wait,
next,
hold on, please. Hold on.
where's the coffee?
Okay. All right. You ready now?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna look at the responsibilities of a business. All right. Look at this image. Look at this picture. What is this picture showing you?
Fast food,
Mm.
burger,
Mm-hmm.
customer buying,
Good.
cashier selling, customer service,
Good.
and so on.
All right. So why do you think the responsibility of the business is to do what?
Provide, produce.
good. Provide goods or service, right?
Uh-huh.
Satisfy the needs and wants of society. And in terms of this now, they're also providing what?
Customer service.
No. Well, yes, but
You mean with the employee
yeah,
that provide their job?
exactly. The business provider job. Therefore, it is stimulating economic what? Growth.
Okay.
All right. So they have two economic responsibilities. One, let's write that down.
Will produce goods and services.
Mm-hmm. To satisfy the needs and wants of the society. Good.
It's a service.
I'm gonna write that down, right? Responsibility.
You go right now? Today's the function. Today's the function. Right.
Every Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. during hear from the experts as they use their perspective issue.
Next week.
Lifestyle check every Tuesday at 12:30 p.m. UFM for education. Lifestyle check. Eyeglass factory. Free as low as
All right.
$700 plus subscription.
Let's write this off now, please.
Economic response.
Learn all you can about the terrors and the job market on the working world every Wednesday at 5:15 p.m. on NCUFM. Learn the art of making it and live competition. That's Working World every Wednesday at 5:15 p.m. on NCUFM. Your education and development station.
Mm-hmm. When you finish writing, let me know, okay?
All right, I'm finished.
You finish?
Yes.
All right. So as you can see, now what I want to do when you're studying, when you're studying,
Sir,
yeah,
one moment, please. Let me fix something here.
yeah, man, yeah. Oh, that's good.
All right. I'm
Okay.
here.
All right. Okay. Now, as I was saying, when you're studying, ensure that they use visuals to assist in understanding. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So when you're reading up on topics, try to find pictures that will relate to what you're reading. That way, you are actively reading so you can understand the written information. Make sense?
Yeah, this
Okay.
makes sense.
All right. Good.
Study with graphics, with pictures.
Yes. All right. So let's continue now. Let me get rid of this writing part of it. Can you look at this? Can you see what that picture is saying?
Well, the one with where your arrow is there.
Hmm. Right here.
Oh,
What is it?
you want stuff, goodwill, give stuff a goodwill. So
What is
I think it is protest. They're protesting.
it? Good. So
They're not happy with
they're not.
working with the benefits.
Good. So what do you think the responsibilities then of the business?
Treat them fair. Give them a fair deal.
Yes, to pay a fair wage to employees, right?
Hmm.
So a financial responsibility as well. So the business also have a financial responsibility. Right?
Yes, I have a financial responsibility. I know that.
Hmm. So what do you think that look at that other picture below it and tell me what you think happening right there.
It's
Hmm?
I see it come like a game.
That of what? Gain?
Yeah,
Yeah.
money checkers, not checkers. Checkers that is sir.
No man, you know, so the coins them. That's the money.
I see yes money, but
Yeah.
it looks like a game.
Oh, no man, look at what is happening. You tell what the picture is supposed to be saying. It's
It
saying to
is
you,
saying it's going. It's up and down.
up and down.
Like the money. Well, it starts from one going up, continue till it reaches to a level.
So
So
this
it's constantly growing then.
good, good. So it pays, it provides a reasonable return on what? Investment.
Yes. Uh-huh. So
Good,
it is stable. It is
good.
somewhat growing.
Yeah. Right. So the financial responsibilities are one, to pay a fair. And note we're not saying that Burger King does not pay their employees fair. We're not saying that, okay?
I'm not saying no, I understand.
Yeah, but we say it because when the video go up on YouTube, then I don't want anybody to think that we're saying that Burger King does not pay their employees fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
Mm-hmm.
NCUFM, your education and wellness station. The time is 6:30 and
Alright.
time
So
for
two
today's edition of Creation Moment.
and
Scientists
provide
tell us that the dinosaurs were wiped out by changing climate
a
conditions that came
reasonable
about after an asteroid struck our planet. On today's Creation Moment, we will look at a more credible answer to the age-old question of what led to the extinction of the
return
dinosaurs. And
on
now, our
investment.
Creation Moment host, Mark Miller.
Alright?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Recently, this idea has come under criticism from evolutionists as well as from creationists. Other models for the extinction of dinosaurs have been explored. Recently, researchers from the National Center for
of the asteroid strike and have suggested that dust and soot flying into the air after the impact would have caused about 2 years of darkness over the entire world. The researchers suggested that this would have shut down all the photosynthesis across the world, resulting in
Return on, reasonable return on.
Provide a reason. Oh, sorry.
therefore would have caused the demise of the dinosaurs. The word dinosaur was originally coined
On investments, see there?
of animals which do not really have much in common,
You
other
see?
than the fact they're extinct.
Yes.
Things also spend so
Mhm.
much time wondering how a class of
I
animals
think what
are
Okay.
extinct.
I think why it wasn't have to bring it out some more.
Many animals are extinct. In a biblical world,
Why
we
is it?
can see that some animals following the flood might have had difficulty adapting to conditions following a known worldwide
I don't want
catastrophe,
to why
the
it's not
flood,
coming out.
rather than a similar change caused by speculation.
Alright, see, you write up everything now?
Catastrophe.
Yes.
Alright, good.
If you enjoyed today's broadcast,
Alright, so here's the next picture now.
thousands of radio transcriptions
What is the picture showing you now?
to find out
Someone refusing payment.
Refusing payment. Good.
All right, let's say refusing money because I don't know if it's payment.
Yeah, refusing money.
It could be bribery.
Ah, good. Very good. So basically, the business has a responsibility of
That's what it said in the Bible verse.
ah
Money. What was it again?
filthy liquor.
Report.
Very good. So I told you that the Bible verse had something to do with the lesson, right?
Yeah.
Good. So I've said the business has also what we call an ethical responsibility.
So this is a part of the business ethics, huh?
Yes, the business ethics. So we went to character. Let's call it ethical responsibility, right?
Okay.
And by now you know that whenever you hear that sound, it's time for some great acapella music on a Friday morning on CUFM.
What can determine as filthy money? Money like
Money laundry.
money laundering. Just that.
That
Or
and then supposing, for instance, some business owners might take government contracts for bribe, so that the government would have when election time come in, they make them use them. They have refused a bribe. Some business personnel don't want to pay them taxes, so what them do? Them bribe the custom officers.
oh,
Mm. Anything have to do with corruption, no?
okay.
So they have designed ethical guidelines for their behavior or decisions and follow these guidelines. So that's why I see, and then that's why I have a lot of cameras in the business places, so they're watching the employees. They follow.
Yes, because
Hmm.
they can make black money.
Hmm. And there are some persons who don't want to pay the right money. Them offer the customer service rep a money to give them at a less cost.
That's what I mean. So
Hmm.
and that's not on the books.
Yeah. Ah. Yeah.
That's what I mean by black money.
Hmm. Alright. So those are the ethical responsibilities, and they encourage good business ethics of their stakeholders. by refusing to do business with unethical firms or persons. When you finish writing, let me know, yeah?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we finished, yeah.
All right, I'm going.
Okay, my darling. Have a good day. Looking nice. Wow.
You should.
Ah,
You see my face?
I said not that. So what about the cologne? This is. It's not that. You know where cheap cologne. Put the boss on. You look like a boss today.
You know, mix them up.
Why not? Then you get a good combination.
That makes the cheap one with course. Okay, later.
Bye.
Yeah. When you finish writing, let me know.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. The young girl was 6 years old.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And she was living with her grandmother. Yeah. Finish writing now?
Yes.
Never, sir. I'm only charging $30,000, 30,000 TT. Alright, let's go now. Alright, so remember we're on the responsibilities of the business, right?
So remind me after this to ask you a question.
Yeah, man.
Not on YouTube. Not.
Okay, okay. Alright, so here's the next one now.
Yes. The next one is big fat.
So business sector versus political parties. The business also have what we call a political responsibility as well.
Donation.
Mm-hmm. There's a political responsibility, and one such responsibility is to pay them taxes.
Yes.
Alright? See if we can write it here. Political responsibilities. So one responsibility is act as a pressure group. Pressure groups. So to lobby governments for changes that will benefit business activities. All right. Also to operate along democratic principles of equality and fair play. Good. Three. You see what I'm writing, right?
To act as a pressured,
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's where you are.
yes,
Okay.
pressure group.
Mm-hmm.
Pressure group?
Yeah, man. Pressure group. You know, pressure group in that they, alright. Like for example, you have a body called the Private Sector of Jamaica.
The what, sir? Private sector of
Of
Jamaica?
Jamaica, yeah. So that body now represents,
That's the PSOJ.
yes. So they would pressure the government now for legislation, law, some form of law that would protect the business environment.
Oh, that is the, yeah. That's what I did the research on, no? The concept
Hmm.
for the assignment.
Yep.
But you need to go a little bit in details with me with that private sector thing. Yes, sir?
All right, no problem.
If it's possible. If it's possible for this morning. Just a little. I did want some more um, clarification.
You mean on the assignment or what we did last time?
The assignment, because it's have to do with the concept of private sector and public sector. I
Okay.
clearly understand the public sector and their roles and responsibilities
Mm-hmm.
and how they farm, but the private sector didn't get much
Okay, no problem.
down into it, so I thought let's discuss it together a little.
All right, no problem. Man.
What's that?
Between 3 and 4 p.m.
I'm not seeing it clearly again, sir.
Yeah, because I put it in something there. Hold on, let me.
To be in the white.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna try that. Alright. Is it better now?
Yeah,
Which number you reach? Which number you reach?
never reached no way.
Yeah.
Act as a, look, yeah.
That's alright?
Kind of. It's okay. Let's work with it now because it can't be any better everywhere you have.
Yeah, man, don't forget in the background, other thing.
The lobby, the perfect.
A learning moment on your education and wellness station. In practicing kitchen safety, never leave cooking unattended as a boil over or a malfunctioning stove may cause a fire to start. You learned that on NCU FM, your education and wellness station. You're listening to NCU FM. The time is 6:45.
This is NCU FM. It's time for the word for today. The word for today for February 2, 2018. The marriage covenant, part 2. Husbands, love your wives. Ephesians 5:25. We throw the word love around loosely, leaving it to be defined in many different ways. People say things like, I love chocolate cake, or I love football, or I love this or that television show. What they really mean is they like and enjoy these things. The Bible definition of love goes much deeper than what entertains and excites us and what makes us feel emotionally attached to one another. To love someone is to pursue their well-being and make it a priority. Love's first concern is always, how does this action contribute to my partner's well-being? If it doesn't, or if it does the opposite, then it isn't love. The Bible says, husbands, love your wives, just as Christ loved the church. He gave up his life for her. In the same way, husbands ought to love their wives as they love their own bodies. For a man who loves his wife actually shows love for himself. No one hates his own body, but cares for it. Verses 25 to 29. As a husband, you can learn two things from these scriptures. One, we are all innately selfish. So, your greatest challenge will always be to put your wife's interests ahead of your own and be willing to sacrifice your own agenda to do it. Two, you must practice being sensitive. Think how sensitive you are to the aches and needs of your own body and apply the same principle to caring for your wife.
No worries, sir.
All right, good.
Yes, it is.
All right,
And the
so
God who commands you to do
the
it
final one now.
gives you the grace to do it day by day. So, on
Can you see this picture clearly?
Yeah, clean up.
What message is the picture giving you right
the
there?
word for today, Friday, February.
That is keep the society clean.
Very good, very good. So that's the social responsibility that the business have to protect the environment and to avoid social cost, right? And develop the country of a country, educate the consumers and community members on safety tips and proper use and disposal of products, right?
Mm-hmm.
And to use some of the profits to help develop and benefit the community as well as the culture of the country.
And sometimes they can also use we call it not products or like the bags and the foam cups and all these product things that will not hurt the environment.
Good
That's going to me that protect the environment by
environment. Yeah,
things that will not cause problem after disposed.
exactly. And I have to tell them to properly put the garbage where it's supposed to go.
Hmm. Provide the waste bins along the way.
Mm-hmm.
Something.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I'm just gonna list them for you now. Protect the environment and avoid social costs. To develop the culture of the country. Okay. Of a country rather. Educate consumers and community members on safety tips and proper use and disposal of products. And finally, use some of the profits to help develop and benefit the community. They can be in the community making money and not helping the community, right?
Yes, they have to give back.
But they give back, exactly.
Maybe create a learning center like
Yeah, things like those, yeah.
computers, homework centers,
Mm-hmm.
or for training program
Program, yeah.
or football activities.
Yep. Yeah, I finish writing it, you know, right?
So, sure.
Mm-hmm.